Live from space, you're watching the RT Recap. This week in Red vs. Blue, Bruce Willis guest stars. Wait, can I say that? No? The plot of Armageddon is described in This Week in Red vs. Blue.
What's that bad sci-fi movie where they discover a natural disaster and their first attempt to solve the problem is to use a huge bomb?
That's every bad sci-fi movie, sir.
Exactly. So that's what we're gonna do. Now here's the plan.
This week in the Rooster Teeth podcast, you get to hear Gus, me, Michael, Brandon, and a guest star. We talk a lot about New York Comic Con and wandering around New York City drunk and meeting Kevin the homeless man who sells drugs.
So if you need drugs or you want to go to the adult
you want me
bookstore
to get
on
murdered?
8th and 44th, just tell him Kevin sent you.
He's a cool guy. This week in the animated adventure, you get to hear about Gus when he has amnesia. Apparently, he's mean to his wife and orders barbecue chicken pizza, which he would never do on his own. So just so you know, if you ever get amnesia, be prepared to eat barbecue chicken pizza.
When I finally regain consciousness, I'm like eating a pizza at Manja, you know,
It's so,
like hours
it's so
later.
weird.
And then my wife was mad at me. And I was like, you know, what happened? She goes, you were such a jerk.
Last week, you voted to see who you wanted to see in a paintball fight. So if you want to see the full video, click the link in the description below. So you might be wondering, why am I in space? One reason. Free drinks and chips, man. Check this out, no gravity. So we're gonna do a new thing on the recap. Every once in a while, we're gonna do a green screen episode where we put a crazy background behind the person, and we want you to help out. Open up Photoshop or Paint or, you know, Final Cut or Premiere, anything you want, and give us a background that we can put in. Just keep in mind, the person's gonna be in the center, and so we need stuff to fill in the background. So when you're done with your picture, your video, or whatever you wanna do, send a link to recap@roosterteeth.com. Next week on the recap, we're gonna show you footage of someone in the office eating the hottest pepper in the world. Would you rather see Bernie, Michael, or Miles? This week in AWU, Jeff and Jack discuss a bunch of different achievements, but most notably, the one where if you get your maid to make out with you, then you get an achievement. And this is in The Sims, not in real life. But if you do it in real life, good job, man. The Horse company-wide tournament continues this week in Horse with Jeff versus Marshall. Who will win? Tune in to find out. Behind the Rage. This week you get to see Michael making the video co-op instead of a normal rage quit, which is better. Trust me. If you don't know what fails of the week is by this point, then just give up. And that was this week's RT Recap. So be sure to vote on who you want to see eat that pepper and send us in your green screen backgrounds.